Tuesday, March 12th, 2024. Written by Lois Ann DeLong. As I initially read through today's texts on a day that is almost at the midpoint of Lent, I first latched on to a common theme of hunger and thirst. After all, those who follow the spiritual practice of giving something up during these days, the object surrendered is often food, sweets perhaps, or maybe meat or starches, or drink, be it coffee, diet soda, or our favorite single malt scotch. So yes, a statement on being hungry and thirsty would make sense. And, as a point of dramatic interest, what could be better than a rock gushing water, as described in Numbers 20:11, to provide some relief from the stressors of doing without, as we stumble through a dark and cold winter desert of darkness. Yet writing about only this single image struck me as a bit lazy. It lets me off the hook from dealing with the very real conflict between the divine and the human that connects these aether-harsh passages. In Psalms 107, the Israelites are crying out in pain, while in Numbers 10, they are grumbling about the solution that God provides. Moses hits the rock, and God deems the action as evidence of a lack of faith and excludes Moses from the promised land. Meanwhile, the Corinthians passage seems to assume we will screw up and reminds us of the punishment to come. All three texts seem to suggest our relationship to God is one long, endless audition, in which one misstep leads to the inevitable voice from a darkened theater saying, "Thank you, next." Since my entry into the LGBTQIA+ community was through good friends met on my somewhat limited journey as an actor and writer, an audition analogy is an apt and a welcome description of where we stand at this point in our Lenten. Truth be told, as a straight ally, I found myself at something of a loss as to what my contribution to these devotions for a queer community might be. I honestly feel that I have gained so much more from the LGBTQIA community than I have ever given back. Lessons in resilience, in enjoying the here and now, in how to turn insults and jokes inside out, all were learned under the tutelage of my queer brothers and sisters. So, as we stumble through this doldrums portion of the Lent, what can I add? Perhaps nothing. Perhaps all I can do is to fall in step and dance through this endless audition with you all. Maybe along the way I can lend a willing shoulder to cry on, or a cold drink when the thirst becomes too great. Mostly, I believe I can remind my fellow travelers that the sun will shine again. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13 assures us that God is faithful, and with the testing he will also provide the way out so that you may be able to endure it. Hang on, my dear comrades. Smile a big smile and keep on dancing. I'll do my best to keep up.